My friends, the greatest power you possess is not in the words you speak, but in the silence you master. In this world where voices compete for attention, where opinions flood the air, and where noise drowns out wisdom, the one who remains silent is the one who holds true power. Silence is not weakness. It is control. It is the ability to listen when others talk, to observe when others act recklessly, and to think while others react. The man who guards his tongue and moves in quiet determination is the man who commands the course of his destiny. The less you speak, the more control you have, not just over your words, but over your destiny. The world has conditioned people to believe that talking loudly, making declarations, and constantly expressing oneself is a sign of power. But real power is not in the noise. It is in the silence. Those who speak less listen more. Those who listen more understand deeper. And those who understand deeper move with precision, never wasting energy on meaningless conversations or unnecessary explanations. Silence is the foundation of control. When a person speaks too much, they reveal their emotions, their weaknesses, and even their fears without realizing it. Words, once spoken, can never be taken back. They can be analyzed, twisted, and used against you. But silence? Silence cannot be misquoted. Silence cannot be manipulated. Silence leaves people wondering, leaves them questioning, and most importantly, leaves them powerless against you. A person who knows how to remain silent is a person who understands the value of their own mind. The mind is like a fortress, and words are the gates. The more you open the gates, the easier it is for the outside world to influence what happens inside. When you protect your thoughts, when you guard your plans, and when you refuse to reveal your next move, you maintain the upper hand in every situation. The most successful individuals throughout history have mastered this art. They do not announce their intentions. They do not seek validation. They act, and they let their actions speak for them. In a world obsessed with attention, where people are desperate to be seen and heard, the one who remains silent stands out. There is an undeniable power in mystery. When you do not reveal everything about yourself, people become curious. They want to know more. They try to figure you out, but they cannot. This places you in a position of strength, because the less people know about you, the less they can predict your actions, and the less they can interfere with your plans. Silence also gives you the ability to observe. Most people are too busy talking to truly see what is happening around them. They are too preoccupied with their own voice to hear what others are saying. But those who remain silent, those who listen, those who watch, they gather information that others overlook. They notice patterns. They recognize opportunities, and they understand the intentions of those around them. In business, in relationships, in any competitive environment, the one who listens the most always has the advantage. There is a reason why the most dangerous opponent is not the one who shouts, but the one who watches quietly. The one who does not react impulsively, but instead waits for the right moment. This is why silence is feared. People become uneasy in the presence of someone who does not speak unnecessarily. They do not know what you are thinking. They cannot predict your next move, and this uncertainty gives you power. Mastering silence does not mean refusing to speak at all. It means knowing when to speak and when to remain quiet. It means understanding that every word you say should serve a purpose. Too many people waste their energy explaining themselves to those who do not care, arguing with those who will never understand, and seeking approval from those who do not matter. But the person who values their silence knows that their energy is best used in action. Instead of trying to convince the world, they focus on proving themselves through results. The greatest leaders, thinkers, and strategists in history have all understood the value of keeping their thoughts to themselves. They do not reveal their entire plan before it is completed. They do not let emotions dictate their words. They do not speak for the sake of speaking. Every word they choose is intentional. Every silence is strategic. The ability to control one's tongue is the ability to control one's fate. Those who cannot control their words are at the mercy of their emotions. They reveal their weaknesses in moments of anger. They expose their insecurities when seeking validation. They let others know exactly what they are thinking, which makes them easy to predict and even easier to manipulate. But those who master the art of silence, those who understand the power of restraint, become impossible to control. The strongest individuals do not react to everything. They do not explain themselves to everyone. They move in silence, they work in silence, and when they finally speak, the world listens because their words are backed by results. Silence is not emptiness. It is not passivity. It is not weakness. It is discipline. It is control. It is strength. The most powerful moves in life are made in silence. When you are working towards something great, the worst mistake you can make is announcing your plans too soon. The world is filled with distractions, with people who do not believe in you, with those who will try to plant doubt in your mind. Every time you share your vision with the wrong person, you open the door to negativity, skepticism, and interference. But when you build in private, when you keep your goals to yourself, you create an unshakable foundation that no one can break. There is a reason why the tallest buildings start with deep, hidden groundwork. No one sees the process. No one sees the hours of preparation. But when the structure rises, it stands firm. Your success should be built the same way. If you expose your plans too soon, people will question them, criticize them, and sometimes even work against them. Not everyone who listens to your dreams wants you to achieve them. Some will pretend to support you, but secretly hope you fail. Some will use your own words against you, creating obstacles where none existed before. When you build in silence, you eliminate these risks. You remove unnecessary opinions from your process. You take away the power that others might have over your emotions and decisions. You work without pressure, without interference, and without the noise of external voices. This allows you to move freely, to change direction if needed, to correct mistakes without judgment, and to grow without limits. The most successful people understand that privacy is power. The world only sees the finished product, but the work that happens behind the scenes is what makes success possible. While others seek validation, while they broadcast their every move hoping for approval, those who are truly focused keep their energy directed inward. They do not waste time proving themselves before their work is done. They understand that results will speak louder than any words ever could. Building in silence also protects your motivation. The moment you share your plans, you invite opinions. Some will support you, but many will doubt you. Even if their words do not seem harmful, even if they come from people you trust, doubt has a way of creeping into your mind. A simple question like, "Are you sure that will work?" can plant seeds of hesitation. That seems risky, can make you second-guess yourself. "I heard someone else tried that and failed," can shake your confidence. None of these words would have affected you if you had kept your plans private. Not only does silence protect your energy, but it also creates a powerful element of surprise. When you share your plans, people have time to anticipate, to prepare, and sometimes even to compete against you. But when you move in silence, when you work diligently without drawing attention to yourself, you gain the advantage. No one expects your next move. No one sees your progress. And when you finally reveal what you have been working on, the impact is undeniable. This is why the strongest businesses, the most innovative thinkers, and the most strategic leaders all operate with a level of secrecy. They do not reveal their strategies before they are executed. They do not let their competitors know their next step. They do not allow the world to see them struggle, adjust, and improve. They only present the final result, and by then it is too late for anyone to stop them. There is a sense of confidence that comes with building in private. You are not performing for an audience. You are not explaining yourself at every step. You are not waiting for applause or approval. Instead, you are fully immersed in your work, driven by your own vision and focused only on what truly matters. While others talk about what they plan to do, you will already be doing it. While they waste time convincing others, you will already be making progress. And by the time they realize what you have built, it will already be too strong to be torn down. This is the power of moving in silence. This is the power of keeping your vision to yourself and letting your results make the noise. The world is filled with people who talk about what they will do, but very few who actually do it. Words are easy. They require no effort, no discipline, and no sacrifice. That is why so many people use them carelessly. They make promises they never intend to keep. They declare goals they have no real plan to achieve. They seek recognition before they have even started the work. But in the end, none of it matters. The only thing that carries weight in this world is action. People respect results, not words. You can talk all day about your dreams, your ambitions, and your plans, but until you bring something real into existence, no one will take you seriously, and even if they do, that respect is temporary. People quickly forget words, but they remember results. They remember the person who built something out of nothing, the one who made sacrifices, who endured setbacks, who never needed to convince anyone because their work spoke for itself. When you focus on action instead of talk, you separate yourself from the majority. Most people waste their time explaining their goals, hoping for validation, or trying to impress others with their ideas. They mistake talking for progress. They believe that because they have spoken about something, they are somehow closer to achieving it. But the truth is, the more you talk, the less you do. Every moment spent explaining yourself is a moment that could have been used to take another step forward. Silence, combined with relentless action, creates a force that cannot be ignored. There is something powerful about a person who does not announce their moves, who does not explain themselves, who simply works, improves, and delivers results. People are drawn to them. They respect them. They wonder how they do it. This is because most people lack the discipline to act without seeking recognition. When they see someone who operates differently, someone who lets their work speak for them, they are forced to pay attention. The strongest individuals do not seek approval before they begin. They do not ask for permission to chase their goals. They do not feel the need to explain themselves to those who do not understand their vision. They simply move forward, and by the time people notice, it is already too late. The work has been done, the foundation has been built, and the results are undeniable. This is why action is the greatest proof of commitment. Anyone can say they want success. Anyone can say they have a plan. But only those who take consistent, disciplined action will ever see real results, and once the results appear, there is nothing left to explain. Success silences doubt. It removes the need for validation. It answers every question before it is even asked. People may argue with your words, but they cannot argue with your results. They may doubt your ideas, but they cannot deny what you have built. They may criticize, question, or challenge you in the beginning, but in the end, when your actions have created something real, their opinions no longer matter. The reason most people fail is because they spend more time talking than doing. They want to be seen as successful before they have earned it. They want recognition before they have results. But this mindset leads nowhere. It creates a cycle of empty promises, temporary motivation, and eventual disappointment. The only way to break free from this cycle is to commit to action above all else. The person who moves in silence, who works while others talk, who stays focused instead of seeking attention, this is the person who will win in the end. Not because they had the loudest voice, not because they convinced others to believe in them, but because they proved themselves through action. When you take action, you do not need to convince anyone. You do not need to explain yourself. You do not need to waste energy on words. Your results will speak for you, and in a world filled with empty talk, results are the loudest voice of all. Your energy is your most valuable asset. It fuels your ambitions, drives your actions, and determines the quality of your life. But too many people waste this energy on things that do not serve them. Meaningless conversations, unnecessary arguments, and distractions that add no value. They exhaust themselves explaining their decisions, defending their dreams, and reacting to every opinion thrown their way. In doing so, they drain the very energy they need to succeed. Silence is the solution. When you learn to protect your energy by speaking less and focusing more, you gain control over your life in a way most people never will. Every word you speak carries energy. When you engage in meaningless talk, you are spending that energy on something that gives nothing in return. Think about the time wasted in gossip, debates that lead nowhere, and conversations that do not align with your goals. Every time you engage, you are giving away a piece of yourself, your time, your focus, your mental clarity. And what do you receive in return? Nothing of value. Instead of using that energy to build, create, or grow, it gets lost in the noise. People who protect their energy understand that not every thought needs to be spoken, not every question needs to be answered, and not every argument needs a response. They choose where their attention goes. They do not react to every comment, every criticism, or every bit of negativity that comes their way. They remain focused, knowing that their energy is sacred and should only be used on things that truly matter. When you speak less, you listen more, and when you listen more, you begin to see the world differently. You notice what others miss. You pick up on details that reveal people's true intentions. You begin to understand who is genuinely supportive and who is only pretending. Words can be deceptive, but energy never lies. When you are silent, you become more in tune with the world around you. You see patterns, you recognize opportunities, and you avoid the traps that others fall into simply because they were too distracted by noise. One of the biggest drains on your energy is explaining yourself to people who do not deserve an explanation. Not everyone will understand your journey, and that is okay. Not everyone needs to know your plans, and that is fine too. When you constantly seek validation, you open yourself up to unnecessary criticism and doubt. People will always have opinions, and if you allow those opinions to affect your decisions, you will never move forward with confidence. Protect your energy by keeping your plans to yourself until they have turned into reality. Let your success be the answer, not your words. Another way people lose energy is by reacting to negativity. The world is full of distractions designed to pull you away from your purpose. Every time you react to negativity, you are feeding it. Every time you let someone's words trigger an emotional response, you are giving them power over you. But when you stay silent, when you refuse to engage, you take that power back. Silence is not weakness, it is discipline. It is knowing that your energy is too valuable to be wasted on things that do not contribute to your growth. Highly successful people understand that their mind is like a bank. Every thought, every word, and every conversation is either a deposit or a withdrawal. They make sure that what they invest in brings them a return. They do not waste energy on pointless discussions, and they do not allow others to drain their focus. They operate with intention, choosing silence over unnecessary words and focus over distraction. There is a reason why the most powerful people in the world are often the quietest in the room. They do not feel the need to prove themselves through words because they let their actions speak for them. They do not waste time in debates because they are too busy making progress. They do not seek attention because they understand that true power comes from within. They know that by protecting their energy, they are protecting their future. Your energy is your lifeline. Every day you have a limited amount of it, and how you use it will determine how far you go. Speak only when necessary. Engage only in conversations that add value. Remove yourself from anything that drains you without benefit. When you learn to guard your energy, you will find that you have more clarity, more focus, and more strength to achieve the things you truly desire. And in the end, that is what will set you apart from the rest. The most powerful individuals in history, the ones who have achieved extraordinary success, all share a common trait. They understand the power of moving in silence. They do not reveal their next move, they do not seek validation, and they do not waste energy explaining their plans. Instead, they operate with discipline, working tirelessly behind the scenes, while the rest of the world remains unaware of what is coming. This element of surprise is one of the greatest advantages a person can have in life. When no one knows your next move, no one can interfere, no one can prepare to stop you, and no one can take away what you are building before it is complete. When you reveal your plans too soon, you open yourself up to resistance. The moment you announce your goals, you invite doubt, skepticism, and negativity. Even well-meaning people may unintentionally plant seeds of doubt in your mind. They may question your ability, suggest a safer path, or remind you of the risks involved. While some of these concerns may come from a place of care, they can still create hesitation and self-doubt. This is why the most successful people keep their plans to themselves until they are fully realized. They do not give others the opportunity to influence their decisions or discourage them from taking action. Beyond the risk of doubt, there is also the threat of competition. When people know what you are working on, they have the chance to move ahead of you, to copy your ideas, or to create obstacles in your path. In business, in personal growth, and in any pursuit of success, secrecy can be a powerful weapon. Those who reveal too much too soon often find themselves outmaneuvered by those who listened, observed, and struck when the time was right. When no one knows what you are planning, you maintain control. You set your own timeline. You decide when to act, and when you finally do, the world is left wondering how you managed to achieve so much without anyone noticing. Silence is also a form of protection. In today's world, people are quick to judge, criticize, and tear down those who aim for greatness. When you share your dreams, you expose yourself to negativity that can drain your motivation and slow your progress. There will always be people who do not want to see you succeed. Some will doubt you because they cannot see themselves achieving what you are aiming for. Others will try to discourage you out of jealousy or fear. And some will simply not understand your vision because it is not meant for them to see. But when you move in silence, you protect your energy, your confidence, and your momentum. The greatest victories in life come from preparation, patience, and the ability to strike at the right moment. A master chess player does not announce their strategy to their opponent. A warrior does not reveal their attack before it happens. A leader does not expose their entire vision before it is executed. This is because they understand that power lies in secrecy. They understand that the element of surprise creates an advantage that cannot be matched. People respect results more than words. Those who constantly talk about what they plan to do often fail to follow through. They become so focused on telling their story that they forget to actually write it. But those who stay quiet, who work while others talk, who take consistent action without seeking attention, these are the ones who truly succeed. Their success does not need an explanation. It is self-evident. Another reason why silence is so powerful is that it forces people to pay attention. When you speak less, people listen more. When you move without announcing your steps, people become curious. They wonder what you are doing, where you are going, and what you will achieve next. And when you finally reveal what you have been working on, the impact is undeniable. There is no build-up, no expectation, just results that speak for themselves. In contrast, when people reveal their plans too early, they often lose momentum. The initial excitement fades and they become more focused on discussing their goals than achieving them. The energy that should have been used for execution gets wasted on explanations, discussions, and defending their ideas to those who do not believe in them. But those who remain silent keep all of that energy for themselves. They channel it into their work, into their progress, and into creating something real. There is an undeniable strength in moving in silence. It keeps you focused, it protects you from negativity, and it gives you the advantage of being underestimated. It allows you to work without pressure, to adjust your plans without interference, and to strike when the time is right. Those who understand this principle rise to the top, while those who seek validation through words remain stuck in place. When you operate in silence, you gain control over your destiny. You are no longer influenced by outside noise, by opinions that do not matter, or by distractions that do not serve you. You move with purpose, with strategy, and with discipline. And when you finally reveal what you have been building, the world has no choice but to take notice. True power does not need to announce itself. The strongest, most successful individuals do not seek attention, validation, or approval. They do not waste time trying to convince others of their worth, their abilities, or their plans. Instead, they allow the results to speak for them. When you move in silence, when you focus on your work without distraction, the world cannot ignore the impact you create. The most respected and influential people are not those who talk the loudest, but those whose actions leave a mark so undeniable that others have no choice but to acknowledge their greatness. The moment you feel the need to explain yourself, to prove yourself, or to seek permission for your ambitions, you are giving away your power. The more you talk about what you are going to do, the more you allow others to insert doubt, criticism, and negativity into your path. Not everyone will understand your journey, and not everyone needs to. The only thing that matters is your commitment to yourself and your goals. When you keep your plans private and your actions focused, you eliminate unnecessary obstacles created by the opinions of others. Silence creates mystery, and mystery commands attention. When you do not reveal your intentions, people are forced to watch and wonder. They do not know what you are working on, how much progress you have made, or when you will strike. This lack of predictability gives you an advantage. In a world where most people constantly broadcast their every move, those who operate in silence stand out. They become intriguing. They gain the respect of others not through words, but through undeniable results. People respect outcomes more than promises. Think about the many individuals who constantly talk about their dreams, their plans, and their goals. They may inspire for a moment, but if they do not follow through, their words lose all meaning. Meanwhile, those who take action without seeking recognition are the ones who truly succeed. They do not waste time talking about what they will do. They simply do it. And when the results appear, they do not need to say a word. The success itself is the proof. This is why those who move in silence are often underestimated. People assume that if someone is not talking about their plans, they do not have any. But this is far from the truth. The most disciplined and strategic individuals understand that true power does not come from announcing intentions, it comes from execution. While others are busy seeking attention, they are quietly making progress. By the time the world realizes what they have achieved, it is already too late to stop them. Another reason why silence is powerful is that it removes distractions. When you keep your focus on your work rather than on explaining yourself to others, you stay in control of your energy and direction. Every time you engage in unnecessary conversations, arguments, or debates, you are wasting valuable time and mental space that could be used for progress. The most successful people know how to protect their energy by choosing silence over meaningless discussions. Moving in silence also allows you to adapt without pressure. When people know your plans, they begin to form expectations. They watch your every move, waiting for success or failure. This creates unnecessary pressure and can lead to hesitation. But when no one knows what you are working on, you are free to change direction, to adjust your approach, and to refine your strategy without interference. You are not bound by the opinions of others, and this freedom allows you to make the best decisions for yourself. There is also a strategic advantage in not revealing your full potential too soon. When people underestimate you, they are not prepared for what you are capable of. This gives you the ability to operate without resistance. If you constantly talk about your abilities, your goals, and your plans, you invite competition, criticism, and even sabotage. But if you stay silent and focus solely on execution, you maintain control over your progress. By the time others realize your strength, you have already established yourself, and there is nothing they can do to stop you. The most influential figures in history, from great leaders to successful entrepreneurs, have understood this principle. They do not waste time seeking validation. They do not explain their vision to those who cannot see it. They do not allow distractions to pull them away from their goals. They simply put in the work, build their empire, and let their success speak for itself. There's a reason why the loudest voices in the room are often the weakest. Those who constantly seek attention, who always need to be seen and heard, are usually overcompensating for a lack of true power. But those who are truly powerful do not need to prove anything to anyone. Their presence, their work, and their achievements do all the talking for them. In the end, silence is not just about withholding words. It is about holding power. It is about maintaining control over your journey, protecting your energy, and allowing your actions to make the impact. When you stop explaining, stop seeking approval, and stop worrying about what others think, you unlock a level of focus and determination that few ever reach. And when the results appear, they will be undeniable. The world will have no choice but to recognize your greatness, not because you told them to, but because your success made it impossible to ignore. The world rewards those who take action, not those who merely talk about it. True power does not come from explaining yourself, proving your worth, or seeking validation. It comes from discipline, focus, and silent execution. The most successful people move in silence, protecting their energy, their plans, and their vision from unnecessary distractions. They do not allow the doubts, opinions, or expectations of others to interfere with their journey. Instead, they focus on the work, make strategic moves without announcement, and let their success speak for itself. When you master the art of silence, you gain control over your destiny. You eliminate unnecessary resistance, avoid competition before it begins, and maintain the freedom to adapt and grow without pressure. Those who underestimate you will be caught off guard when you emerge victorious, and those who doubted you will have no choice but to acknowledge what you have achieved. So stop wasting time explaining your plans. Stop giving away your power through unnecessary words. Let your results do the talking. Move with purpose, act with intention, and watch as everything you desire falls into place, not because you spoke about it, but because you silently made it happen.